Larry Legend, the hick from French Lick. A man of few words, but when he spoke, the basketball world listened. So, when Bird recently broke his silence to comment on the rising star Caitlin Clark, people took notice. "She's got that fire," Bird reportedly said. His voice tinged with a respect usually reserved for the game's greats, that killer instinct. "Reminds me of a certain someone I used to play with." The basketball world buzzed. Was Larry Bird really comparing Caitlin Clark to himself? The similarities were undeniable. The fearless shooting from anywhere on the court, the laser-focused passes that seemed to defy physics, but more than that, it was the aura, that quiet confidence that said, "I'm here to win." Bird's words weren't just praise, they were an anointing, a passing of the torch to a new generation. And Clark, much like Bird in his prime, seemed unfazed by the attention. She let her game do the talking. With every no-look pass and every dagger three-pointer, she was proving Bird right. A new legend was being born, and the basketball world was watching in awe. Stephen Curry, the baby-faced assassin who redefined basketball with his unlimited range and electrifying play, saw something special in Caitlin Clark from the start. "She's got that it factor," Curry remarked, his eyes sparkling with admiration. That ability to make everyone around her better. Curry, known for his own gravity-defying shots and uncanny court vision, recognized a kindred spirit in Clark. Their games were eerily similar, the way they could pull up from anywhere and drain threes with effortless grace. The no-look passes that seemed to dissect defenses with surgical precision. "She's changing the game," Curry continued, echoing the sentiments of many fans and analysts. Clark's impact went beyond stats and highlights. She was inspiring a new generation of players, proving that basketball had no gender, only talent. And in Curry's eyes, Clark had it in spades. LeBron James, the king himself, rarely minced words. So when he spoke about Caitlin Clark, his praise carried significant weight. "She's a force of nature," James declared, his voice booming with respect. "Her talent is undeniable. The way she controls the game, it's special." James, widely regarded as one of the greatest to ever lace them up, saw a reflection of his younger self in Clark's game. The way she could take over a game with her scoring prowess and court vision. The leadership qualities that transcended her age. "The sky's the limit for her," James added, his words carrying the weight of a prophecy. And indeed, Clark's potential seemed limitless. She was breaking records, defying expectations, and captivating audiences with her electrifying brand of basketball. LeBron's endorsement was more than just praise, it was a coronation. Caitlin Clark had arrived. Magic Johnson, the maestro of the Showtime Lakers, had seen it all on a basketball court. But even he couldn't help but marvel at the budding rivalry between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. "It reminds me of me and Larry," Magic mused, a nostalgic grin spreading across his face. Those battles, they were something else. The comparisons were inevitable. Clark and Reese, two of the most electrifying players in women's college basketball, were locked in a duel for the ages. Their styles were different, yet complementary. Clark, the sharpshooter with the court vision of a hawk. Reese, the dominant force in the paint, gobbling up rebounds and finishing with authority. "Rivalries like this are what make sports great," Magic continued, his voice filled with passion. "They push players to be better, to elevate their game to another level. And that's precisely what Clark and Reese were doing. They were pushing each other and women's basketball to new heights." Section 5. Bird's Wisdom from the Nest, a message to Clark amidst the noise. As the hype surrounding Caitlin Clark reached a fever pitch, Larry Bird, the stoic legend who had seen it all, offered some sage advice to the young star. "Tune out the noise," Bird advised, his voice low and steady. "Focus on your game. The rest will take care of itself." Bird knew a thing or two about dealing with pressure. He had carried the weight of expectations on his shoulders throughout his illustrious career. He understood the distractions, the criticism, the constant scrutiny that came with being in the spotlight. "Don't let them change you," Bird continued, his words carrying the weight of experience. "Play your game, stay true to yourself. That's what matters." It was simple yet profound advice from a legend who understood the challenges that lay ahead for Clark. And in a world filled with noise and distractions, Bird's words served as a guiding light for the young star. Section 6. A complicated court, the WNBA's mixed response to Clark's rise. While the NBA showered Caitlin Clark with praise and adulation, The reaction from the WNBA was more nuanced. Some players welcomed the attention Clark brought to the women's game, recognizing the potential for growth and increased visibility. Others, however, expressed a more complex range of emotions. There was a sense, among some, that Clark's rapid ascent overshadowed the accomplishments of current WNBA players who had been grinding it out for years, fighting for recognition and respect. The pay disparity between the NBA and WNBA was a glaring reminder of the challenges female athletes faced. Clark's popularity, while undoubtedly positive for the sport as a whole, also highlighted the complexities of gender equality in professional basketball. It sparked conversations about media coverage, marketing, and the need for greater investment in the women's game. Section 7. Giants on her side. Why NBA legends support matters for Clark in the game. The outpouring of support for Caitlin Clark from NBA legends wasn't just a case of basketball royalty acknowledging a rising star, it was a symbolic moment, a testament to the growing recognition and respect for women's basketball. When icons like Stephen Curry, LeBron James, and Larry Bird publicly lauded Clark's talent, it sent a powerful message. Their words carried weight, shattering any lingering doubts about the legitimacy and excitement of women's basketball. They validated Clark's abilities, placing her in the same conversation as some of the greatest to ever play the game, regardless of gender. This cross-generational embrace was significant. It signaled a shift in the basketball landscape, a recognition that talent knows no boundaries. And for young girls watching Clark dominate on the court, seeing their NBA heroes championing her cause was an empowering message. Section 8. More than just a game, the impact of Clark's ascent on young athletes. Caitlin Clark's impact transcended the basketball court. She wasn't just breaking records and winning games, she was inspiring a generation of young athletes, particularly girls who dared to dream big. Clark's fearlessness, her unwavering confidence, and her sheer joy for the game resonated with aspiring athletes who saw in her a reflection of themselves. She became a role model, proving that with hard work, dedication, and an unwavering belief in oneself, anything was possible. Her story transcended sports, becoming a testament to the power of representation and the importance of seeing yourself reflected in your heroes. Clark's success wasn't just about basketball. It was about breaking down barriers, challenging stereotypes, and empowering young girls to pursue their passions with the same ferocity and determination she displayed on the court. Section 9. Breaking barriers, building bridges, how Clark is changing the WNBA landscape. Caitlin Clark's arrival on the basketball scene coincided with a pivotal moment for the WNBA. The league, after years of fighting for recognition and respect, was experiencing a surge in popularity. Clark's electrifying style of play and her growing fan base presented both opportunities and challenges. On the one hand, Clark's popularity had the potential to attract a new generation of fans to the WNBA, boosting viewership and attendance. Her marketability and star power could elevate the league's profile and generate greater financial investment. On the other hand, there was a need to ensure that the existing WNBA players, who had been the backbone of the league for years, received their due recognition and compensation. Clark's arrival presented an opportunity to address the pay disparities and inequalities that had plagued women's professional basketball for far too long. Section 10. A new era of inspiration. The power of seeing yourself in the game. Representation matters. For young girls watching Caitlin Clark dominate on the basketball court, seeing someone who looked like them, who played with such passion and skill, was a powerful experience. It sparked a belief that they too could achieve their dreams, regardless of gender stereotypes or societal expectations. Clark's success shattered glass ceilings and expanded the horizons of what was possible for young female athletes. She became a symbol of hope, a testament to the transformative power of representation in sports. Her journey served as a reminder that dreams have no gender, that talent knows no bounds, and that with hard work and determination, anything is possible. Clark's legacy extended far beyond the basketball court. She was changing lives and inspiring a new generation of athletes. Section 11. The future is now. Caitlin Clark and the unstoppable rise of women's basketball. Caitlin Clark's emergence as a basketball phenomenon coincided with a transformative period for women's basketball. The sport was experiencing a surge in popularity, With increased media coverage, growing fan bases, and a new generation of talented athletes ready to make their mark, Clark, with her dazzling skills and infectious enthusiasm, became the face of this movement, a symbol of the bright future that lay ahead. The support she received from NBA legends, the comparisons to all-time greats, and the excitement surrounding her every move were testaments to the changing landscape of basketball. The future of basketball was bright, and it was clear that women would play an integral role in shaping its destiny. Caitlin Clark, with her talent, charisma, and unwavering determination, was leading the charge, inspiring a generation of athletes and fans alike. The game was changing, and for the better. And it was just the beginning.